Good morning, everyone. Well, can you believe it's June already? The year is rushing past. But we do notice the temperatures are down, and the temperatures are going to continue to drop this week. Apparently, by Wednesday or so, we could be not just feeling chilly, but feeling very cold. So we encourage you to keep warm and wrapped up. I'm working from home today because, unfortunately, I picked up a bit of a cold. So I'm not at the office, and I'm recording this, obviously, for your benefit. Just out of interest, the posts that I put out at 7:15 every morning are done manually, and that means I have to set my alarm to remind myself that some of you are waiting for it. So I need to send it out punctually. Sometimes technology does let us down, as in last week. So I do apologize, but I do the best I can. Just appreciate that although I record these in advance, sometimes they are sent from very strange parts of the world. And so a couple of weeks ago, we were in Port Elizabeth, and so you received something that I was posting from PE, although it was recorded in Durban. And similarly, when I was in Ireland and in the UK at one stage. Okay, let's move on to today. So today we give recognition to Saints Marcellinus, and Peter. It's not Saint Peter the Apostle, but Peter, a disciple. And they were martyrs during the time of Diocletian. The Emperor Diocletian put a lot of Christians to death after having made them work as slaves for some times. And sadly, many of them were not treated with much respect. In the case of Marcellinus and Peter, they were buried in the Roman catacombs. Now, some of you might have been to the Roman catacombs. Those are underground burial places. It's quite interesting how they've been established, is that they'd create like a passageway, and down the side of the passageway they'd put in these openings, and where they would put the bodies of those people who had passed away, and then close them up. And once that was full, they then dug the passageway down again another level, and then created those little openings all the way down again. So the catacombs go very deep in some places, and many of them are several layers deep. But what it does call to mind is the necessity for us to bury our people properly. So people who have died need to be given a proper burial. And within the Catholic faith, that means basically you either get buried in a cemetery, or else your remains get put into either a columbarium or someplace within the church grounds. The church does not encourage or respect the idea of scattering ashes, nor does it encourage dividing the ashes amongst those who have been left behind. So I do encourage you to discuss that amongst people, particularly those who are elderly, and don't get into the trap of saying their wish is that, and therefore we're not going to do what the church says. Their wish should be formed by what the church is encouraging them to do. If you are in any doubt on that one, please chat to either Father James or myself, and we'll gladly help. You have a wonderful day. Keep yourself safe. God bless. Bye-bye.